Hi, everyone, and welcome to KCAL News at 8. I'm Susie Sun.
And I'm Leslie Marin in for Juan Fernandez.
We begin with breaking news tonight. Let's get right to KCAL's Jeff Nguyen live with protesters in downtown LA. Jeff.
So guys, right now we are at the corner of Main and Temple, where there is essentially a street takeover. You can see a number of young people at the intersection right here. The LAFD pulled up one of its fire engines just a few seconds ago, and someone climbed onto that truck. We should tell you it has been a very dangerous situation at the corner of Main and Temple. The reason for that is because people have been gathering at this intersection. We did see one person on a motorcycle. That person popped a wheelie and hit one of the people out here in the face. That person popped back up soon after, so he seems to be okay. Nonetheless, very dangerous. Let's give you a look at why it is so dangerous. Take a look at this first piece of video. Minutes ago, we saw people in a Mustang convertible doing donuts with passengers sitting on the top of the back seat, not seat belted in any sort of way, moving very dangerously close to onlookers nearby as they were whipping around that intersection. You can see all of the burnouts leaving behind tire tracks. And then let's go ahead and go to this piece of video, because before that, a group of protesters took over an intersection along Alameda Street at Cesar Chavez, where a driver performed a series of spinouts as the crowd cheered on. That group has since dispersed, and this came after police declared an unlawful assembly, which allows them to move in and arrest people. On the ground, we saw the LAPD taking over the streets section by section near the Hall of Justice and the federal courthouse. On Main Street, as well as Spring Street near Aliso, officers sealed off the on-ramp and the off-ramps to the 101 freeway to keep people from getting on the freeway. Back here live, take a look at this if you can. Come to our camera. You can see this guy in that Mustang doing burnouts as a Metro bus came by. You can just see how close he is driving to all of these spectators right now. At one point, the LAPD was pushing people from block to block, moving them towards Alvera Street and Chinatown to get them to disperse. And at around 7:15 tonight, most of the crowd were gone near the freeway, as we are looking at this very dangerous situation going on right now at the corner of Temple and Main. And you can see, because of this, a number of people have scurried about, but this is just absolutely insane. And of course, he crashed right there. And you can see the crowd is just reacting to what we are seeing, but you can just see just how dangerous all of this is. Now, the backstory on this is that since January the 20th, the president has acted on his campaign promise to increase deportation. Immigration was a major focal point of his campaign. As we look at all of these people out here, and you can just see all of these cameras and all of these people surrounding this guy after he basically crashed onto the curb of this car. Luckily, right now, we do not see anyone injured, but he is just completely surrounded by, and then there is a person who just fell on the ground. Hopefully she is okay, but you can just see how just dangerous it is when people perform these stunts in front of all of these young people. They think it's cool, but certainly it is not cool when you see stuff like this happening. It is just absolutely asinine out here. Just to give you a sense of how heated all of this is, you know, the New York Times and Ipsos did a poll last month, and it found about 55% of Americans surveyed support the president's deportation plans. Having said that, a number of demonstrators that we talked to have very different feelings about those polls, and here's what they have to say about why they protested.
Not only is it me, I have a kid as well. And I wouldn't want my kid to be targeted and to be separated from me, even though he's a U.S. citizen. So that is a big thing, because in my neighborhood, even in these streets, I am being targeted just because of the way I look, just because of the language that I speak.
Well, my parents are immigrants, you know, and I always grew up fearing that, you know, one day I was going to come home from school and they were just not going to be there anymore. And so I just feel like it's important, you know, to be out here.
It shows me that the majority of people understand what President Trump's plan is all about. We understand the difference between legal and illegal immigration, and we understand that his plan to start with felonious criminal aliens, that people who cause DUIs and accidents and do other crimes, they're the first to go.
And despite all of the dangerous behavior that we saw out here tonight, the LAPD says at this point, no one has been arrested. And for now, there are no claims of injuries. Reporting live in downtown Los Angeles, Jeff Nguyen, KCAL News. We'll send it back to you.